Welcome to 2 Minute Tech Tuesdays, a weekly show about Varnish technology presented to you in 2 minutes or less. My name is Thijs, I'm the tech evangelist at Varnish Software, and in this week's episode, we'll talk about varnishstat. So I'll put 2 minutes on the timer to tell you what it is all about. Varnishstat is a tool that displays Varnish statistics and counters, or VSC as we call them. These are kept inside the varnished runtime process in a chunk of separate shared memory that we refer to as the VSM, Varnish Shared Memory. And these counters that it presents range from information about processes, threads, connections, request information, caching status, also backend communication, cached objects, input and output streams, and also the amount of memory that is consumed for object storage. Now, for a full list of statistics, you can go to the following URL. It's part of the Varnish documentation and has the full list with all the information you need. When you run varnishstat on a brand new system that has just started, you'll see very little statistics. In this case, we have 2 thread pools, each of which has 100 threads, so main.threads is 200. There's a single backend, single VCL file, only one ban on the ban list, and 100 megabyte of space that is allocated. But when the system starts receiving traffic, the counters get updated, and there's more to see. The ratio between hits and misses, the number of backend connections, the number of objects in the cache, the amount of bytes going in, coming out, and also shared memory allocations, the amount of memory that is consumed. When you press the D key, varnishstat will also display zero value counters, which will give you a lot more insight on what is available. The standard execution mode of varnishstat is curses mode, which presents a continuously updated list of statistics. But when you add the -1 parameter, the output will be dumped and will just give you a snapshot of the current situation. But you can also use -J to give it JSON formatting, or -X for XML formatting. So far, you've seen a lot of statistics and counters, and it can be somewhat overwhelming. That's why you sometimes want to filter the output. You can use the -F parameter to limit the output and use individual keys or glob patterns. This command will filter for all the cache-related counters and will display it in cursors mode, so you'll get a continuously updated list of cache hits, graces, hit pass, hit miss, and misses. That was varnishstat in 2 minutes, truly an excellent tool to monitor the current state of your Varnish system, but also to track down the evolution of specific counters. There's dozens of counters that you can use, and if you run varnishstat manually, you can get all the information you want, but you can also connect it to your monitoring and alerting system. And when certain thresholds are met in terms of counters, you can trigger an alert. That was it for this week. Thank you for watching. I'll be back next week with yet another video about Varnish technology, presented to you in 2 minutes or less.